What's up, all you ass sniffers? It's your boy Remy. And today I'm bringing you some 8s gameplay that I got this morning. It's a pretty good gameplay. I was definitely the main OBJ for the squad, for the 8 squad. But yeah, what I wanted to talk about today was what happened yesterday on my way home from the post office. Was it where the fuck was I? I think it must have been the post office. I was on my way home from the post office, and yeah, it was the post office. And there's this neighborhood, right? There's this neighborhood that I take a shortcut through to get to work, to get to really anywhere, because the boulevard is straight to the left of that. And if you go the other direction, if you take a right out of my neighborhood instead of go straight, you're pretty much going all the way around it. So it's a shortcut. It used to be there were no houses out there, like none. And it used to be 35. Actually, I think it used to be 45, but it changed to 35 when I got old enough to drive, and now it's 25. It's been 25 for a few years now, maybe 2 or 3 years. But as I was going, I was behind this one guy. There's a strip right up the beginning from the main road, and then I was coming back, so I was taking a right back onto that shortcut, and so from the main road, there's a first strip that's about 35, and this guy in a Honda hatchback, like little hatchback looking bug looking thing. I don't know what exactly car it was, but he was going fast. He was going like 40, 45, which I liked. I like going about 40, 45 in that section, and then maybe slow into 40, but this guy all of a sudden slowed down. He was going 30, and then by the time there's a roundabout, and then by the time we got to the roundabout, we went around the roundabout, he's going hella slow. I'm not right on his ass, but I'm on his ass, because, I take that roundabout pretty quickly, because, I take that shit every day, at least twice a day I take that roundabout, usually more, but I was kind of on his tail, not enough to where it would piss somebody off, I wouldn't think, but he then proceeded to slow the fuck down when it hit 25. He was at like 25 or 20, and so I had no choice. Like at first, I got on his ass because I was going a certain miles per hour thinking, he was gonna speed up because he was going fast earlier, and then I was like, fuck this, because the passage that passes through this neighborhood is really wide, so people pass on it all the time. There's no lines, there's no yellow lines or anything, so people pass on it. It's not illegal since there's no solid yellow line, so we pass. So I start to pass him, and as I'm passing him, I can see him slow down and kind of go to the left a little bit where I was passing him, and he put his left blinker on like he was going to turn into this section of the neighborhood. And I didn't know that. I was already passing him by the time I saw the blinker. I didn't know he was about to turn, and that may be why he was slowing down. But he definitely sped up after that, because, after I pass him, I'm going to fucking speed up regardless. But I sped up, and I saw that he was right on my ass all the way up to where I go straight to my neighborhood. And when we got to the stop sign, well, first, as we were driving up to the stop sign, he was flashing this white laser which is illegal, but he was flashing this white laser from his car into the back of mine to where I can see it in the rearview mirror. Like, he was pissed. He was swerving and shit, and we got to the stop sign, and I was just chilling there. He's continuing the white light flashing, and there's a long line, and so I got up to the stop sign, and there is this truck coming, right? And I was like, hell yeah, I can make this. I'm going to go straight, and he's not going to be behind me because he won't have enough time. Guess what? As soon as I take off, he takes off right behind me. No fucks given by that guy about getting hit or anything. And, there's a couple of there's one road you pass once you get to this part of my neighborhood. It's kind of like an extended road from where you just were. But once you get to that part of my neighborhood, there's one road to the left, and then the next road to the left is my neighborhood. And so he was following the fuck out of me. I was getting, like, as soon as I get to my neighborhood, I'm getting pissed. I'm fucking freaking out. It's not that I was scared, I'm pissed. And so I took a sharp left. Like, I went without my blinker or anything. It was like a left that you would take if you were trying to shake somebody in a video game or something, like a cop in Grand Theft Auto. And this dude doesn't go in the neighborhood. He instead, what I was trying to do is I was trying to make him think like I was shaking him, and I didn't actually live close to there, which I did. And so I came back out. I turned around. I came back out of the outlet road, or the road that I just took to go to my house, and he's sitting there. He's sitting there at the out of that road, like just waiting on me. Just fucking waiting on me, just waiting on somebody. I don't know, waiting on me, obviously, but he just sat there. And I pulled up, I took a left to the back of my neighborhood and went side by side with him and stared at him, gave him like the fucking death stare. And I passed him, and then he kind of, I took this like sharp U-turn because the road's wide enough to where I can do that. And then he flew off. He was already gone by the time I got around. He flew off. I'm chasing him for dear life. I don't find him, and I guess like at that point I was so fired up that if I had a gun, I was gonna go after this guy. Like I'm dead. I'm being dead honest. I was that pissed when it comes to somebody like threatening my house, because I live with my parents, and I park on the side of the road, so he could find my house if it really meant that much to him. And so when it comes to that, I don't play around. Fuck that. Fuck that dude. I don't play around with that shit. No, I spent like 15-20 minutes circling the neighborhood looking for him. I'm calling my bud. He said that he's out of the game. You know, he's not gonna run up on anybody, and just, you know, stupid shit, man. Stupid shit. So earlier this morning, I went to where he was about to turn, and I found his car parked in front of his house. So I know where that fool lives. I know exactly where he lives. He doesn't know exactly where I live, because where he lives has very few houses. Because remember, there didn't used to be houses on that strip. So I know where he lives, but he has really no idea where I live. Well, he has an idea, but you know, he doesn't know. But thank you guys so much for watching. I just wanted to share that little story with you guys. I would have shot him up if I had a gun and he pulled one on me. I would have fucked him over. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this commentary, and I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. Stay safe, my friends. Stay away from road ragers, and I'm out. Peace.